From the scary, to the spooky, to the absolutely grotesque, horror games come in so many bits and pieces and I just love them.
Can I turn the audio off?
Chances are, if you're here, then you do too. So please, let me share my misery with you with a list of the 10 horror games you should scare yourself stupid with. Easing into the list, we have Alan Wake Remastered. There's no better time than now to visit the great Pacific Northwestern fictional town Bright Falls. In this psychological horror thriller, you play as acclaimed writer Alan Wake on a getaway with his wife to a small town in hopes to kick his 2-year writer's block, until he blacks out and wakes up a week later to discover his wife is missing and he's written an entire novel that's become his terrifying reality. Sulking through the rural Northwest forest is filled with tense thrills and controller-crunching encounters that'll spook you into becoming a flashlight-slinging, shadow-shooting, New York Times best-selling author in no time. Package that up with a mystery that unravels like a serialized TV show, and it's hard to put the controller down, even despite the scares. At dead of night. No game in recent memory has left me trembling and wincing with my hand over my eyes quite the way At Dead of Night has. In this game, you play as a young girl named Maya, backpacking her way to meet some friends before going to a music festival where she stops by a remote hotel that is run by this delightfully charming psychopath, Jimmy Hall.
Nice to see so many fresh, young faces for a change.
It isn't long until your friends are taken captive by Jimmy and you are next. As Maya, you have to roam around the floors of the decrepit hotel, gathering clues and talking to ghosts using a spirit box to unravel Jimmy's horrific story.
Is anyone there?
And, in the process, avoid being caught by him from around nearly every single corner, and boy does it suck. On the surface, it can appear a bit campy, talking to ghosts, old hotel, FMV acting, and, well, Jimmy just kinda looks like he wandered in from a Matt Smith Doctor Who costume contest with a bald cap on. But oh, how looks can be deceiving. First off, being chased by Jimmy is unrelenting psychological torment. In most horror games, you're running from an unstoppable threat that's chasing you at all costs, but in A Dead of Night, it's something of a cat and mouse game, with the tension of coming around every corner feeling as though he's just toying with you. You'll catch him stalking you, ducking out of sight just as you see him, calling in the halls, sometimes even hiding in the dark as you catch a glance of him as you rush by. And holy it is horrible. Pair that up with the game's rigid movement, and every click is a white-knuckle gamble on whether you'll be bonked by good old doofy Jimmy. Additionally, Jimmy is not the only thing there to terrify you, but ghosts too. Encountering a ghost are often jump scares that sucked the air out of my lungs, and before I was able to catch my breath, I knew I'd have to slip back into the halls where Jimmy would call out to me. It is exhausting. Accompany this with its narrow control scheme, harrowing and realistic environments, considered sound design, and eerie tone, and its atmosphere is tremblingly very effective. So much so that it seeped out into my reality at times. I found myself anxious even using elevators, looking around corners, or, in the night, letting my imagination get the better of me. Let's move on, shall we? Anyways, maybe screaming in terror alone isn't your bag. Shouting with friends is always more preferable. Besides, you won't have to deal with Jimmy and Phasmaphobia but you'll have to still face a bunch of ghosts. The premise is simple. You're a ghost hunter, like Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventurers. With a group of friends, or alone, take gear like EMF readers, spirit boxes, UV lights, crucifixes, and get ready to work as a team to not capture the ghost, but instead identify it. Phasmaphobia's horror is most effective in that it's your job to lure the ghost out and deliberately provoke it to cause havoc in order to collect evidence, which in turn helps you and your team narrow down what type of ghost it is. While you do have to hide from the ghost occasionally, the objective is essentially to piss it off. Just like Zach Baggins.
You're like a little come over here, I'll just smack you. Stand right here, I'll smack you.
Whether you go in alone or with friends, Phasmaphobia is bound to give you a... Wait, what was that? Hello? Okay. Next game. Okay, so next on our list is Resident Evil Village, which is really like a horror-themed amusement park with every possible genre trope imaginable stretched out through different themed areas. It's like a caricature of the entire genre, with vampires, werewolves, ghouls, a witch, a swamp man, but not Jimmy Hall, nowhere in sight in this game. It's not the scariest in the series. Resident Evil 7 still helms that, but there's no denying one particular part in Village that will chip even at the strongest willed. House Beneviento. And no matter how prepared you are or how many times you've done this scene, it just never quite gets easier. Oh yeah, no thank you. Oh my God! This cannot be happening. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's try this one, yeah. Alright, I spy spooky mansion. Nothing's chasing you here, just you chasing some objects. That's right, this is a chill horror spooky game on the list for when your heart gets high, and you just want to chill for a second, but not lose the spook entirely. This is the way to go. Look at this. Ooh, I could deal with this. Oh my fucking God! Maybe I don't like scary games. Why am I doing this? What if this is just my imagination? None of this is real. Oh my God. I think Jimmy is in the next room. No. Just finish the video. Just finish the video. Yep. That'll be it. That'll be fine. Just get through it. You'll be fine, and he'll leave you alone. You'll never have to play a scary game ever again. Just keep going. Next game. Amnesia. Yes, they're all scary. I knew you probably knew that this was going to be on this list, but look, what would horror games be today if not for the original Amnesia games? Yeah, and Soma, that's like basically Amnesia in space. Deadly Premonition. Look, you don't have to love it, but I sure do. And cult phenomenon goofiness aside, that game has some truly horrific shit in it. I tell you, Fatal Frame, spooky photography, horror stuff. Nintendo dogs. I don't fucking know.
Lunch is ready.
Oh. Okay, how long have you been here?
Like 10 minutes.
Alone?
Yeah.
No one else?
Nope.
Oh. Okay, thanks.